New allegations against MrBeast have surfaced, and they're making waves. This time, they revolve around claims of faking parts of his charity
nearly
work
killed,
and possibly
highlighting
dabbling
the
in some shady crypto dealings. Previously, we explored the drama surrounding his lawsuit from contestants on the Beast Games Amazon show and the chaotic lunchly venture with KSI and Logan Paul. Now, fresh allegations from Rosanna Pansino and Dogpack have emerged, suggesting that MrBeast might not be as philanthropic as he portrays himself. They even hint at potential market manipulation in the crypto world, which wouldn't be surprising considering his connections with Logan and KSI. About a week ago, Rosanna released a video titled "MrBeast is a Criminal," where she dives into these serious claims. One of the big accusations? That he misled his audience into believing he built an entire hospital when, in reality, he didn't.
A few months ago, at the very top of a 9,000-foot mountain in a remote part of Nepal, this hospital looked like this.
That looks CGI.
But if you don't see the CGI at home, I'll point it out. This is the before shot of the hospital. This is the after shot, and then same thing over here. What I noticed is that Dan Mace, who's the director on Beast Philanthropy, did a behind-the-scenes video for this shoot where they build a hospital in Nepal or whatever.
Started off by getting the opening shots. I like to call these plinky plonk match cuts. These are great for
the building looks very different than in shots like this. And, for one example, there's like moss growing here, which is...
Yeah, it looks more decrepit.
Yeah, and it's like
this
the
one.
concrete's breaking down right here. There's like holes in the roof. There's like all this random crap.
But in the real shot, there's no moss.
Yeah.
There's no decrepit.
Right here, you'll notice this pillar, 2 white lines. Right here, same pillar, 2 white lines. There's a building behind it. So in this opening shot, where MrBeast says, "This is what the hospital looked like a month ago," they digitally removed the entire hospital to make it look like they built the hospital.
Like they built the bigger building. Yeah.
But they didn't.
Oh my
to make
God.
it look all broken down and decrepit, adding all these, like all this trash, like this looks like a
This
PlayStation.
secluded town in the middle of nowhere looked like this.
You saw it?
The building. Look at how fake this tank looks.
That's definitely a fake
Look
tank.
how fake these flowers are.
Yep.
I'm sorry, I'm a girl, I know my flowers, okay? No.
So, but I think there is some part of a real building here, but then they just use generative AI or editing or whatever to expand it, because it's like, there's things, look at that.
It's no.
And then like the building here is like expanding, so it's like they added on the whole back half of the building. The flowers here are like not lining up. You can barely tell that this is faked. So like, how many things like this are they getting away with where they're making it look like they did more than they actually did? Because they say that this is what the town looks like now, and then this is what it looked like before.
Yeah.
And it's just not true.
It's dishonest.
No, it's completely a message from a former MrBeast employee who knows of the philanthropy. He says, "I was told that the philanthropy side was supposed to be Jimmy's get out of jail free card if he ever got canceled. They wanted Jimmy to win a Nobel Prize within the next few years." And then parts are cut out for privacy. "It's all just for clout and social status. I feel like them helping people is literally on the bottom of their to-do list." He's making it look like they did more than they actually did. Here's one where he claimed to build 100 wells, but in multiple shots you see the same wells listed as different wells. Well 29 and 67 were the same. He also said he built a bunch of wells in Kenya, but then showed wells that were clearly built in
In the Time magazine article where he was interviewed called "In the Belly of the Beast," Jimmy says that he brings in about $700 million in revenue a year. And Jimmy Donaldson defends his philanthropic work against charges of poverty profiteering by pointing out that it is funded by his main channel, which sends the charity $100,000 a month. Let's do a little bit of basic math. So annual revenue, $700 million, and you're donating $100K to your charity every month. What percentage is that? What percentage of all of your revenue is donated to your charity? Out of all of the money that he makes, he donates about 0.2% to charity. That donating that money is also a tax write-off. So when he says that he gives all of his money away, that is not true. And when he says he reinvests all the money into his videos, that is also not true.
Let's move on to the allegations of market manipulation. In Logan Paul's podcast, Impulsive, MrBeast and Logan Paul discussed actions that resemble market manipulation.
Admitting to partaking in what sounds to me like market manipulation.
So me and Logan both bought punks. You guys have probably seen on his Twitter that he bought a bunch of crypto punks at the same time, right?
Yep.
Gary pulled us in that call.
Yep.
So have you ever told that story?
No.
Gary V, it's like 11 p.m. just out of nowhere, just calls me and he's like, "Yo, I got like 30 people to call. Hop in." I'm like, I don't care. He's like, "It'll be the best decision of your life. Just get in." I was like, okay.
Yeah.
And so I just joined the call, and I just see like Logan and I don't even know these other people. I don't want to put them on blast.
Every heavy hitter you can imagine who's worth $1 billion was on this one call, and Gary V is in the little corner, the little square. He's going, CryptoPunks. It's gonna be huge. It's gonna be the next Facebook. We're all of us. We're like, okay,
Everyone's
Gary.
Judging. I'm texting Logan. And I'm like,
is
Gary lost
this
his mind.
legit? Bro, all of us are like, yo, Gary's nuts. Yo, Gary was right again.
Yeah.
What
We gotta keep the story going. So there's like all these like very successful people in this call, and Gary's just like, everyone shut the f up. Here's what you're gonna do, and you're gonna do it right now. You're all gonna buy a bunch of CryptoPunks, and we're all just like, he's like, who here owns one? And like one guy raised his hand, and it's because Gary bullied him into buying it the day before.
During a call organized by Gary V, several wealthy individuals, including Logan Paul, were encouraged to buy CryptoPunks, which Gary claimed would become extremely valuable. This led to coordinated purchases, with participants promoting the asset to their audiences, artificially inflating the price before selling, an activity that resembles a classic pump and dump scheme. Later in the podcast, MrBeast admitted to buying multiple NFTs after being convinced by Gary V's enthusiasm, further raising concerns about potential market
When Jimmy's talking
manipulation.
about the phone call with the billionaires, it sounds like the billionaires are coordinating together to buy an asset. And then when they buy that asset and promote it to their fans, it becomes more valuable, and then they sell. Classic pump and dump. Also, when Gary V says, this will be the best decision of your life, I'm just asking questions, but does that sound like he has insider information to anyone else? Does it sound like that?
The discussion suggests that a group of influential individuals may be influencing market prices, which could border on unethical or illegal practices. In addition to these revelations, there are allegations of further unethical behavior in the crypto space, including promoting currencies like Refinable, which significantly dropped in value. Despite his public persona of philanthropy,
I was just so pulled by his like conviction.
Yeah.
That I bought a bunch.
Wait.
Yeah, I bought quite a few.
How many?
I don't want to say, but
You have to say.
I bought multiple ones. Yeah.
Well, bro, are you double digits, punks?
Double, just shy.
Okay, cool.
Yeah,
cool,
yeah.
cool, cool.
So
he's imagine you just said 60.
No.
Three zombies.
I bought like 8 of them, and they did pretty good.
And any zingers? Any like real special
yeah,
ones?
I had some that like whatever 20, 30x.
What's a?
We bought a lot with like the cigarettes because I thought that was an interesting attribute, and those did pretty well.
What's another characteristic? What's your rarest characteristic, punk?
So then I rolled the money into V Friends because Gary, same thing, called me. He's like, V Friends. I was like, I don't fucking know, but last time I made money, sure.
and claiming to reinvest all his earnings into his videos, MrBeast's involvement in these crypto ventures, including the questionable use of his image for promotion, raises serious concerns. Furthermore, MrBeast has faced criticism for promoting gambling activities.
Manipulating the market here?
Can I ask you guys a question? When Gary does that call with all these billionaires, and 8 months or a year later, everybody's like, Gary was right again.
Yeah.
Is it possible that he's right because of the call? Do you know what I'm saying?
I think about that a lot.
Dude, he has all of these
I think about
billionaire
that a
market
lot.
makers in the thing.
about
He
that a
makes the
lot.
call, makes the market. By the way, you look around at all the punk owners a year later, and you're like, damn, it's all the same fuckers that were on the call.
No, because bro, there's 10,000 punks, and there's only like 30 of us in the call. We can only own and do so much. There's still an entire
Yeah.
market that's gonna happen regardless.
I can tell you, I don't think what because that was all back like early February.
Call me, and we have these talks. Like we talk probably every other day at least.
Yeah.
And he called me like a month ago. He's like, Logan, I promise you, like I know you. You're a smart kid. If you play this right, like I know you can, like you do at Pokemon, the NFT industry, you can make $250 million.
Yeah.
And I go,
How do you not
I go,
like perk up?
How is this? How's this? But he's never wrong, right? So that's where I started.
Yeah.
And then, bro, the other day, I got the idea,
Yeah.
and I want to run it by you. Not now, off the podcast, but I'm pretty sure I had the most revolutionary, monumental piece of IP in my head, and I've been I can't sleep for the past like
Interesting.
2
so
days.
like for making your own version of punk?
No. Just a really, really special NFT project.
Some of which may have been illegal in certain jurisdictions, and has been called out for encouraging gambling behaviors, particularly towards his younger audience. This, combined with his recent involvement in promoting AI art over human artists, has sparked significant backlash online. In summary, while MrBeast maintains a philanthropic image, his involvement in various shady financial activities and controversies raises important ethical questions that need further scrutiny.